Welcome back to another video, guys. Over the weekend, we had the MVP card. And then coming in hot with the big news, Dana White announces that the Mac is back. Conor McGregor is back in July, International Fight Week against Max Holloway. Now, when this got announced, and even still, I'm excited for it. I'll get more excited for it the closer it gets because, that means it's probably actually going to happen. And I do think it's going to happen, but my personal hype for Conor is just not where it used to be. I think my early prediction, I think Max is going to wash him. I just don't see what we've seen from Conor that would make me think otherwise. His last two fights gets finished by Dustin Poirier by knockout. Rematch happens. Doesn't look that impressive before snapping his leg. Dustin was able to take him down, get on top of him, land some decent ground and pound. Conor breaks his leg. Fast forward 5 years, we've heard of a comeback happening multiple times. Hasn't happened. And I'm supposed to believe that a Conor coming off of a leg break 5 years later is going to be able to do something to a Max who has been active, fighting the best of the best. Think of everything Max has done since Conor last fought. Some of the Volkanovski fights, Korean Zombie, Arnold Allen, Yair Rodriguez, Ilya, Charles, Justin. Max has been out there against the absolute best. And I just, this is a big fight. But I just don't see Conor being competitive. I think we'll have fun, for sure. And maybe he'll give us a little bit of the magic still. But I just don't see this being a competitive fight. But I guess that's not what it's about at the end of the day. It's just about Conor making his grand return and us being excited for it and them seeing how much more he has left. I could be totally wrong. It's MMA. You never know. But those are my initial thoughts on this being announced. They also announced on the fight card BSD versus Paddy Pimblett, Robert Whittaker and Nikita Krylov, Mario Bautista and Corey Sandhagen rematch, the 125er Kavanaugh. I forget who's fighting on this card. They announced it's a really good card. Gable Stevenson's debut. It's a good card, headlined by Conor. So it'll be a massive event. The biggest thing to me is I wonder what Conor had to do to get this fight done, because we all know he had 2 fights left on his contract in the UFC. That was the reason it took so much time for this to happen. Obviously, they needed to figure out the pay because Conor's not getting pay-per-view points anymore. Previously, with the pay-per-views, it was negotiated into the champions' contracts, and then certain, big stars' contracts, they would get a portion of the pay-per-view sales, which is where a lot of your extra money would come from. A lot of guys, the pay-per-view sales, they'd get a bigger check from that than their actual purse. So you have that aspect, and then also I think they probably extended his contract because they don't want Conor to become a free agent and fight on Netflix or something like that. So it'll be very interesting to find out if he had to extend his deal or not. That's a bigger story to me than anything. Will Conor be able to leave the UFC ever? And that'll be something to watch. Those are my initial thoughts. Don't think it's a competitive fight. I'm interested to see where Conor goes after the fight. If the fight happens, of course. What happens with his UFC deal? If he loses, what matchups are there? If he wins, what matchups are there? There's a lot here, and it is very interesting, and we will see what happens. Again, those are my initial feelings and thoughts about it. I think I'll have more hype as time goes on and we get closer to it. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think it actually happens? Is Conor actually going to come back this time? I don't know. We will see. Let me know down below how you feel about it. That is all I got for you. I will see you in the next video.